This is Rao. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Taking a quick detour of our weapon gun challenges, using whatever gun is next on the list. We are taking a small break on that, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here to talk about DLC number 4. Sadly, that is right, no DLC 5, as Black Ops 6 Zombies, the official account, released today essentially a COD pod video discussing Call of Duty updates, announcements, so on and so forth, just discussing about the game. And we sadly discovered that DLC 4 will be launching at the start of Season 5, and it will be the finale of BO6 Zombies. Sadly, that means no DLC 5. We were probably never going to get that, especially with how BO7 was moving. As soon as we saw BO7, we should have realized this was going to be the final map. Now, how it's going to turn out, as we're going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we're here to talk about. Now, there is some speculation, some heavy speculation about Janus Towers, of course. We know it's going to be Janus Towers. We know everything's very minimized in the sense where it's very close together, right? I feel like the farthest thing was, of course, Terminus and Citadel. And I guess by that point, the Tomb, but the Tomb was close to, Citadel, which is still in France. So it goes to show that everything in this game tried to be as connected as possible. And that's one thing I will say I do like. Don't get me wrong though, being able to traverse between environments and different areas is really, really cool between zombie maps as well. I think Black Ops 1 did that really well, if anything. So many environments and so many variations of each map that you just wouldn't get bored because each map played so differently. Now, Janus Towers has a lot going for it, mainly due to it being the final map of this game. How do we feel about this, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know down in the comments. I know people aren't fully happy about it. People are mainly mad at the fact that this means that DLC 2 was in fact the Tomb, and it was, in a sense, wasted on the Tomb. I have to agree and disagree in a sense. Agree because the quality was just not there compared to the maps we had gone in this game, compared to Terminus, Citadel, and Shattered Veil. 3 amazing maps straight from this game. Regardless what anyone says, or regardless of what you think about this game, the zombies, those maps have been amazing for zombies. It clearly goes to show that zombies love is still there. There's still passion for it. There's still love for it. But one thing that people don't seem to understand is, sadly, we're going to get these shitter maps nowadays. In fact, we're probably going to get quite a bit of them at the start. Maybe even, it might be like that for Hall of BO7, if I'm being honest. I don't know who's working on the zombies anymore. My guess, it is Treyarch. But if it was as tight as possible, right? Because they're working on a 4-year schedule now. Or that's what we think. At this point, we don't know. We don't even know what they're doing anymore. We thought there was 3 studios, now it's back down to 2. Sledgehammer isn't even the main studio no more, now they're just helping out. So Black Ops 7 needs a lot to get right and a lot to do to feel even remotely connected. Because just saying all of that in the last 2 minutes was so confusing to me. I don't know how they're gonna make Black Ops 7 work. Now, I'm only gonna stick to zombies. I don't want to divulge much into other topics that I don't fully have 100% knowledge of. But I can say that there might be some other companies working on other parts of the game, so it's possible Treyarch will have full control of zombies. If that's the case, that gives me a lot of hope, because that means they're going to put most of their effort into zombies, since they're going to be working on that 3 to 4 year gap for the next game they're going to have, Black Ops 8, or maybe a new franchise. I genuinely hope so. I think even they're starting to realize that this is way too many Black Ops games. Even Infinity Ward, the OG connoisseurs try to move away from that. It didn't work out, but they still tried. They still bloody tried. So we're hoping Treyarch will have something to do in that effect, because we are tired of seeing these numbers go all the way up, y'all. It's almost Black Ops 8. I can't take Black Ops 8, nor can I take Black Ops 10 seriously, y'all. I can't do that. I'm gonna be laughing at the name. Y'all gonna start coming up with new names. This is what Call of Duty 2022 technically, 23? By that logic, it's crazy, y'all. But back to the OG topic, y'all. I kind of started venting a little bit about Call of Duty history right there. As you can tell, I've been playing zombies and Call of Duty for a good minute, so I have a lot of thoughts and commentary about this franchise that I've been playing for so long. The main thing here is DLC4 is the last map for Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not exactly mad about it. I don't think I am crying and nor sad, but I do think that it is a missed opportunity to add another small map in there just for the heck of it. Similar to what they did with the Tomb, but instead of, you know, of it being just a random map and purposely have story elements like the Tomb, they could just have a filler map with the operators in a sense. That's what I thought Liberty Falls was gonna be in one way, but they were still somehow able to etch it into the story that we don't know nothing about yet. We still don't know nothing about Panos. We don't know nothing about anyone involved in that map. We know the operators technically died, but that's about it. So yeah, y'all, with that being said, I did wish they would have released a little something in between. I know Grief kind of took that in a sense, but it's a mode, it's not a full map, you know. Another map would have been fun, just to play around, have fun, you know, explore a little bit. Or something similar to how they minimize these short areas in each map of Grief. That'd be cool, you know, having something similar to Tranzit, right? Where you could play on smaller parts of the map, like Bus Depot and the farm and town, stuff like that. Something similar to that would be cool here in this game. Specifically here in Terminus. Terminus, without a doubt, should have had that from the get-go. I honestly think they would have been able to benefit much more because of that too. People would have played Terminus much more because being able to play in smaller areas is much more fun for more people. In fact, why haven't they? In fact, I'm saying all this, but why have they not done that? Clearly, Grief is a good example that they can do it. They can reduce it to smaller zones, add Wonder Fizz, Pack-a-Punch, everything to that map, plus armor. Replace it, literally move it in other new places and have it there for Grief. And you're telling me they can't do that, like for a 2-player thing or a 1-player thing, something like that, you know? Spruce it up a little bit. Something we don't want these random modes that make no sense, like Christmas bells and all that stuff that, again, at the time, it just makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. But being able to play in smaller areas of the map and still having all the tools you need to have fun, that's such a cool idea. Why have they not done that? They've been taking so many BO2 ideas. Why not take that one too? In a sense, I do hope that they're saving it for BO7 because that would honestly benefit so much of it. And it wouldn't be considered a new map technically, but people will still enjoy it because, again, they'd be able to go back to the maps that they've had since launch and now enjoy it in a much better manner. And that maybe will allow them to play more of other maps. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing a little too much here. I completely apologize, y'all. I feel like I kind of began ranting there at the end. All in all, my thoughts and opinions here on DLC 4, Janus Towers. I am excited, but I do wish that they would add or do more stuff with these maps. Because Janus Towers, I do have high hopes for it. They have knocked out every map so far out of the park. Except for the 2. I think it's Liberty Falls, depending on how you see it. But Terminus, Citadel, and Shattered Veil have been bangers on bangers on bangers. I don't see them messing up Janus Towers. But one thing I will say, DLC 4 for Treyarch Zombies has usually been hit or miss. I will say that, y'all. Revelations, hit or miss. Tag der Toten, hit or miss. Forsaken, hit or miss. For some reason, DLC 4 maps usually hit or miss. So here's hoping that it hits this final time. This has been Raul. Let me know what you think about all of this, DLC 4 and all that fun stuff. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about DLC 4. What you think about zombies right now. Do y'all think we should be going down this route? Releasing it and ending it off right here? There is rumors that we might get possible crossovers to BO7 with Black Ops 6. Which we'll have to wait and see, y'all. We will have to wait and see. I can't speculate on that because it's just rumors right now. So, I'm working on facts of what they've said, and DLC 4 will be the final one. Let me know what you think about that, y'all, because I'm happy, but I'm also sad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I know it's going to be a banger. It's going to be good. I have high hopes for it. In fact, coming the first YouTuber right here that's going to have high hopes for DLC 4. I know they're going to knock it out. I already know it. And it's going to be the final map, too. So they're going to try to have as much fun as possible, in my opinion. Again, final time I do this. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about all of this. And subscribe. Thankfully, it's free, y'all. Again, one more time. This has been Raul. You guys have a wonderful day. And please, take care.